Today I'd like to talk about the pros and cons of living on Hilton Head Island 2023. But before I get started, I want to let you know that I have some bonus information that I'm going to save for last, and that it's important and you should stay tuned. Number one on the list of pros is the friendliness of the people and the laid-back casual lifestyle. No one's from here. They're all from all over the place except the kids that are born here. So people are welcoming. They haven't reached their maximum number of friends. So it's a very welcoming environment. I will say too that I don't really consider Hilton Head the South, which is crazy because we're way past the Mason-Dixon line. But there's so many transplants here. It just doesn't feel like it on Hilton Head Island. Number two is the natural beauty. Yeah, I'm always in awe, especially when I'm like coming over the bridge, on or off. Just warms my heart to see all the natural beauty that we get to live and enjoy every day. Number three is similar, and it's the Atlantic Ocean. I know I work too much, and there are times when my wife will say, hey, you need to take a break and go relax. And many times we'll just go to the beach. I'm consistently forgetting how nice it is and how good a time we have sticking your toes in the sand, jumping in the surf for a little bit, catching some rays, just having a good time. Number four, property taxes. Property taxes here are very reasonable. On a primary home, you're going to pay about 0.5% of the purchase price. So for easy math, if you bought $1 million house, you would be paying $5,000 per year in property taxes as a primary resident. Number five is the weather. The weather, I love it here. I mean, how many places can you be in shorts celebrating Christmas on your back porch? And that's exactly what I did Christmas before last. The average highs here are between 60 and 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and the average lows are between 39 and 73 degrees. So let's shift gears. Cons. The traffic on Saturday is number one. If you have to go to the island, it's going to cost you another half an hour probably. And you know, that's Saturdays, and there are alternate routes, so it's not end of the world. I think they have agreed on what they're doing for the bridge getting onto the island. You know, you can argue whether it's the right thing or not, but I think they're just going to make it 6 lanes and have one bridge rather than 2, but I'm not sure if that's in stone yet. Number two, the lack of diversity on Hilton Head Island. It is a melting pot, but for Ohio, New York, New Jersey, not from other countries. So while we do have some diversity in all respects, there's just not as much as you might see in other parts of the world. Number three, property taxes. Hey, again, it's a negative. So if you're buying and it's not your primary residence, you're going to pay about 1.5% of the purchase price. So again, on the $1 million property, you're talking from around $5,000 to $15,000. That ain't New York City taxes, but it's starting to get up there. I'm thinking people want to buy down here to get away from taxes. Now, here's something for all you Buckeyes. And you may already know this, but your state does not care if you're a primary resident or not. So if you declare your residency in South Carolina, you can get the less expensive property taxes. You know, I guess that's why we have so many Buckeyes down here in the first place. Number four, bugs. You know, it took me a long time to get used to it. It'll be December or January and you might see a mosquito, depending on the temperature. So it's just one of the cons about living in a more tropical or semi-tropical environment. Number 5 is a repeat. Again, weather is also a con. You know, if you don't like it hot and humid, it does get hot here in the summer. So just be ready. We do have a change of season, but it is hot. I personally would much rather sweat than shovel. You know, so that's me. Also, along with weathers, hurricanes. So any chance, if there's a chance you could lose your property, I think it's something we need to talk about. You have to be comfortable that insurance will cover it if something goes wrong. I will also say that wind and hail on Hilton Head Island has gone up. Hilton Head's a barrier island, so it's more expensive than if you're buying on Bluffton. Maybe it'd be a reason to consider the mainland. This is courtesy of the hurricanes that have hit Florida, and this has happened before over the years. So it's not a shock. I've heard a number of about 2%, but casually talking to a few people, it seems like it's more than that. If I get more information, I will let you know either in this video or future videos. Now it's time for my bonus information, and I want to talk about crime on Hilton Head Island. Crime is worse on Hilton Head compared to Bluffton. At Bluffton, it's 2 in 1,000 people will have a serious crime. On Hilton Head, it's 27 in 1,000, so 2.7% are likely. But here's the thing. We have 2.5 million tourists to vacation here every year. So when they're calculating their numbers, it's based on all those people being here, but they're only using the actual residents of around 40,000 people. So the numbers are skewed a little bit. Now, in the past, I've mentioned that stats aren't reported when you're in the gated communities, and I've been corrected. That's not true. So if the police are called, it will show up in the records. It's just if the security within that plantation handle it and it doesn't go outside of that. So you're talking small. I hope this is helpful. Give me a thumbs up if you got something out of it. Consider subscribing to my channel. And if you haven't seen it, you might want to check out the property that I'm going to put in here. And I took a video while flying in a helicopter around Hilton Head Island. So that's a different perspective and you might enjoy it. Again, Carl Kratz with Century 21. Thank you so much for watching. Look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you very much. Bye.